Hi friends, I hope you're all having a wonderful day and I hope you're having a wonderful week. So today we're going to be building a rundown motel or hotel. No, rundown apartments. You know what? I have restarted this voiceover 3 times now. I'm not correcting that. It's rundown apartments. And they are built in Moonwood Mill on the one Prowlers patch lot. And a note about this build, first of all, get yourself a snack and or drink because this is a long one. Maybe cozy up in bed before you go to sleep and watch this because it is a very long video. It is 33 minutes before screenshots, so it's going to be long. But I built this December 9th or December 7th, somewhere around there, right after For Rent came out. So this is a very old build. I built it in December and it is currently the end of July. So it's a little bit late. I am really, really proud of this build and I love it a whole lot. But I just started getting anxious about it for some reason. Like I felt like it was going to be too long and no one was going to watch it. And did I even really like it that much? And the answer is yes. I love it very, very much. And I'm very proud of it. And I want to push past my worries and my anxieties and post it because I love it a lot. I think it's really fun. I think it's very, very cool and very detailed. And I spent so much time on this. I spent like 3 days on this, just between all the little details and all the rips and tears and scuffs and stains. And it's incredibly cluttered. And every single room is decorated to the T except for the one room that is kind of like an employee room you'll see later. It's kind of like an empty room that people probably squat in or that teens come and hang out in. But other than that one, everything is so insanely detailed and so just great. And I am really proud of this build. So I'm just going to push past my anxieties about it and post it because I've been sitting on it since December and I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to post it and hopefully you guys like it. If you do, you could download this on the gallery under my ID, which is AudynRo, AUDYNRO, and all that information is also down below, as well as the links to some information about Palestine and to the Simmers for Palestine Tiltify page and information on that. All of that will be down below if you would like to see information on that. As well as all my Discord and Twitter and my Minecraft YouTube, which I need to get back into uploading on. But I've been taking a little break because my PC has been struggling. It's been going through it. It's been having a little bit of an issue, and I'm having having some irritations with it, so I haven't been able to really do Minecraft too much. Especially Minecraft and record. My PC is just not accepting that right now. So until I get a little bit of a upgrade on one of my parts that's causing issues, I probably won't be able to upload on Minecraft. But The Sims is working okay enough. It crashes a lot. It's very, very laggy, but it's okay enough, I think, to do small things. So anyway, back to this build. You can see here that we have the shape figured out. We have this little bump out on the left, which is going to be the office, and then a bump out on the back just to make that space not so flat back there. And then the rest of it is like a typical, apartment motel kind of shape. I could have done a motel, but I felt like an apartment would be more fun because I could go so crazy detailed inside all of them. So that's what we went with. And now we are just kind of laying out some terrain paint, figuring out what we want to do, and figuring out the spot for like the car park. So first I thought I was just going to use dirt everywhere, but I ended up using a couple other terrain paints also, including some concrete terrain paint to kind of have like a little car park area. And then I'm adding some terrain paint under all the trees. And then now I'm coming back to do the little car park space, which is this little concrete area here. We do get some cars and a whole bunch of junk. The outside of this complex, of this apartment complex, is just covered in junk. There's just stuff everywhere. But I was really excited to do this room, so we're kind of starting off in here. And I show a little bit of placing all the scuffs and tears and rips and cracks and everything in the walls, but I don't think I show all of it because it took me a bit, because there is just stuff everywhere, on every wall, in every room, and all the exterior. And then on the exterior, for these little pieces here, like I just placed the little one with the stripes on it that line up with the panels. Um, I know they're on the strips. I know that they're pieces of the panels, but I was trying to describe which one I was grabbing. So see, I just cut there, and now everything's placed. All the rips and the tears and the wallpaper falling off. But on the exterior, for the ones that look like the shingle, the side shingles or the paneling, I spent a while lining those perfectly up with the paneling on the wallpaper. So you'll notice that on the outside. It took a very long time doing that, but we cut out all of that because it was a while. It was like an hour or two of me just placing scuffs and tears and rips and dirt everywhere and exposed brick, just everything everywhere. But this is going to be the office space for the like employees or the owner, whatever, that lives here. They don't live here, but that works here and owns the building, maybe. So there is just stuff everywhere in this room. This is the most cluttered of the whole build, but the rest of the build is also very, very cluttered. So if you like clutter, you're going to like this build. If you like watching people place clutter, you're going to like this video. But you can see here that I am just grabbing so much clutter and so many objects that I want to use. And then I'm just kind of placing them around. And unfortunately, there's a little bit of jumping around because I kept finding things that I wanted to place elsewhere. So I kind of jump outside to place all the things in all the spots. And then we just kind of add every little thing. We add towels and a pillow or two and the basket of blankets and just boxes of just things and clutter and stuff just everywhere. These games, I think those ones are from Basement Treasures. The pillows are from Little Campers. And then this was before, way before we got the Modern Luxe kit, or I think it's before the Modern Luxe kit. It's definitely before the, way before the login rewards. Pretty sure it's before the Modern Luxe kit too. So we didn't have like the like other pillows, or I would have put those. And then over here is the desk, and we just get a bunch of clutter on it, like not a computer, it's not clutter, but we get a computer and this little old office chair, and then the like kind of landline. I feel like maybe they still kind of use that. So we can pretend that it's plugged into the wall. We get this broken bookshelf from Basement Treasures, and just clutter and stuff everywhere, and like tears and rips in the floor, and like stains, and just stuff. This whole room is just covered in stuff. That's like the theme for this build, is stuff. Clutter. And I love it so much. If you're wondering about the cost of this build, so as most of you know, my builds have two costs. They have the build mode cost and the gallery cost, because my game is broken for some reason. So the build mode cost is $97,111, and then the gallery cost is $111,786. So just a little angel number there, just like half an angel number, 111 and 111. And that makes me really happy. And I really love that. I love a good angel number. My favorite number is 3. I have major OCD about the number 3. But then my other favorite number is 1, 2, 3, 4. So like 1234, like the time. And to the point that like my family, if they catch 1234, they will take a screenshot on their phone and send it to me, because they know it's my favorite. It is just luck for me. I just love it so much. But here we are adding a chair and like some little a little stool with, I don't remember what was on it, and then a fire hydrant, fire extinguisher, and a poster. And then we just add a couple things outside, and now we are moving on into the communal space, which has a tiny little kitchen for the employees, and then the laundry machines for the tenants. And yeah, so I added those in here, and then we get a dining table and I think some cabinetry over here that maybe more stuff is stored in. I don't know what else you would do with it, but we just get a couple of base game cabinets, and then we added dining table. I figured that this would be a spot where if they wanted to sit with their laundry, they could put the laundry in and then sit here at the table and eat or play games or just watch their laundry so that no one touches it. And then we grab a little chair over here that they could also sit in for that. And that's pretty much the basics for this room. And then we just add a table in the center and a whole bunch of clutter. Again, this build is just clutter everywhere. It's everywhere. So much clutter, so many scrapes and tears on the wall and dirt and everything. Just, I love it so much. And then I added the little fire extinguisher decal above the door to indicate there's a fire extinguisher in that room. And then over here we're getting the cabinets and the kitchen little area set up with the mini fridge and a shelf with a few pieces of clutter on it. And then we grab a microwave and a sink. And I'm just really proud of this room also. I'm proud of the whole build, honestly. You'll probably hear me say that a few times. This is a very long voiceover, so I'm probably going to repeat myself. And I'm also having to keep pausing because my mouth is drying out from talking so much. So hopefully that's not annoying and hopefully you can't hear it. I kind of feel like you could hear my mouth noises right now. And I'm so sorry if you couldn't hear it before, but now you can. But I can hear it because I can hear myself. I can hear the playback of me talking and I feel like I can hear my mouth. But maybe I'm just, what's the word? Projecting my anxieties onto things that aren't true. But here we are grabbing this sink from Laundry Day. I thought it fit the vibe so well. And then we just grab a microwave and a coffee pot, I believe, and move the clutter around a little bit. And I really love the way this came out. If you have made it this far in the video, leave a comment and let me know what your favorite drink is. Like, what is the thing that you drink the most or want to drink the most? The thing that I drink the most is ice cold water, so like ice water, cold filtered water, and then sugar-free peach syrup in it. And that is 99% of what I drink. I don't really drink much else. Like, maybe once or twice a month I'll have like a coffee or like one singular soda, but I really don't that often. If even once a month, not even that. I really just drink iced peach water. It is my favorite thing ever. I love it so much. I also like chocolate milk and coffee, iced coffee, but water with peach syrup, sugar-free peach is my favorite drink in the entire world. It's so good. I drink it all day, every day. If I'm like, let me get a drink of water, that's what I'm drinking. So tell me what your favorite drink is. I would love to know. Let's be friends and talk about our favorite drinks. Like, what are you drinking right now? If you're drinking something, what is it right now? I would love to know. But here you could see that I am starting to add some things from For Rent. I think I started building this like the day before it came out or something, or maybe it was after it came out. I really don't remember. But I had the idea and I started like laying it out and then I deleted it all and then rebuilt it, which is what I do with a lot of my builds. I'll like lay out the shell to figure out what I want to do because I feel anxious trying to figure out the shell on camera. And anytime I'm going to record the shell on camera, I end up just ignoring the build and not doing it. So I found that kind of like placing a couple walls, like just the shape, just a couple boxes to figure out what exactly I want to do really helps my brain. So I did that, and then the next day the pack came out and I went in and decorated and built everything and rebuilt it and everything. Not rebuilt it, because it was like 3 boxes and that was about it. You pretty much saw everything. I just wanted to make sure, like, figure out how long I wanted it to be, like how wide. I think, I don't really remember. I may not have done that. This was back in December. I have no idea. But now we have moved on into the first apartment. It is one of the bigger ones. There are 2 teeny tiny ones, one kind of medium size one, not really medium. It's not teeny tiny, but it's not big. It's there's really like three let's see, there's 5 apartments. Okay, so 3 of them are kind of little and then 2 of them are big ish, and then this one is one of the bigger ones. So this one is for an artist. They have this art corner over here in the corner of their living room with canvases everywhere, lots of paint clutter, every single paint item I could find in the game, like this little statue with a light on it that you can use as a reference, the little art cart over here, and the shelving for the canvases. And then we get 2 easels and just some more clutter, I think, and some art on the walls as well, so that they have their art everywhere. And then over here is going to be the living room. There's just a TV. I don't know if we keep this fake TV. And then we get a sofa. And you will notice as I build that every time I see something that I want to use, I will go place it. because I don't want to forget about it. I don't want to forget that I wanted to use that item. So if I see something that I like, I'm just gonna go chuck it in another room. So if you see a bunch of camera spinning around, that's what I'm doing. I'm just putting another item in another room so I don't forget about it. But this apartment is covered in murals all over the walls because this sim is an artist, and I feel like they're just everyone's allowed to do what they want in this building because it's just so dilapidated and falling apart that anything they do is going to be an improvement. So management is just like, it's fine. Just, you want to paint the walls, paint the walls. I don't care. The outside's covered in graffiti anyway. It does not bother me. And it's honestly an improvement. So I think that they just don't care. I also think that they just don't go to the apartments. I don't feel like they fix things or spend any time in the apartments. I feel like if the AC were to go out, or like your sink were to break, your stove were to break, you would like call management and tell them, and they would just be like, all right, we'll be there soon, and then not come for like 3 days until you call multiple times and you're like, please come fix this, or you call a plumber yourself. I feel like that's the kind of situation here. I feel like no one cares except for maybe this apartment room, and then maybe one of the ones upstairs. Maybe they care a lot about this place. I feel like maybe this one cares the most. Like, they just wish it was better. And so they have tried to make improvements by painting and like making their home really comfortable and lived in and cozy for them, when the rest of it is just falling apart and dirty. So maybe all of their paintings and murals are covering up more cracks and stains. Yeah, I think that that's kind of the vibe I had for this apartment. This is really the only one I truly remember my thought process for the style and for what they wanted and for who they are as Sims. But here you can see I'm just adding a few mouse holes because I found them in the menu and I wanted to add a couple. And now we are back into the bedroom, and you can see I grabbed a painting and put it upstairs, and now we are just decorating the bedroom down here. So I really like this room. It comes out kind of cute. There's just like a desk and a couple dressers, like a dresser and a wardrobe. And then I wanted to put the bed on a diagonal to kind of make the room a little bit different than most rooms, but it really was not fitting properly, and it just kind of was irritating me on a diagonal. So I ended up straightening it up, and we ended up using a bed from high school years that I think really works with the vibes in here, and I really like the colors. I don't think I showed any of the bathrooms. If I did, I showed maybe one. They're all pretty much the same. I did actually forget to clutter one of them, so it is cluttered in the uploaded version, I think. And if you would like to download this, like I said earlier, you can find it on my gallery under AudynRo, AUDYNRO, or also under the hashtag AudynRo. And I just posted it today, so it's not posted from December. You don't have to go like dig to find it. It's posted today. You can download it from my current gallery level. You know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. But here we get the bed over here, and then we grab, I think, a bookshelf, and like we move the chair over here, I believe, and then put a cat tree in the corner because I felt like the sim had a cat. They get a litter box in the living room in a little bit, but here is that shelf, and then we move the little shell chair over here with the little ottoman, and then over here we add a cat tree over by the mouse hole. I thought that was kind of funny. And then we kind of add the litter box in the other room, and then in a minute we will add something else in that room to kind of make the litter box not just be floating behind the couch by itself. And yeah, I know that we really need the pet stuff to stay, and cats and dogs, we don't want a repeat of my first pet stuff, but I would love some new pet items, like a few more like kind of cutesy cat trees, kind of like the ones that shape like flowers and stuff that you see online, and then a couple more cat beds and like clothes. I would just love some more pet stuff. I know we don't want a repeat of my first pet stuff, but honestly I'd be fine with it if we got more pet stuff. I would be okay with it because I just feel like we need more, and I feel like that's the only way they would give us more, is if they did another my first pet stuff kind of esque thing, you know? But I would just love some more pet items, like, you know, cat trees and stuff like that. Just cute, cozy, updated to the current times kind of thing. And I don't know about anyone else. I don't hear about this often, but I'm very sad that they did one pack refresh and then just decided it wasn't worth it, basically. Because I was so excited about the pack refreshes, and I think the refresh to Spa Day was so cool and so nice and so well done. But I feel like they could have picked a pack to update for the test to see if the updates were worth it. I feel like they could have picked a better pack that would have gotten, like, garnered more attention and gotten more people to pay attention to the pack refresh, and it would have been received better. And I'm a little disappointed that we're not getting more pack refreshes, or it seems like we're not. We also thought stuff packs were gone forever, but those are back, so who knows? Maybe we'll get one day. I would be thrilled. Like, I would be beside myself thrilled. It would be so cool. Um, Anyway, I think that this is the last build that is going to be uploaded before I get access to the Love Struck pack, which should be, what, a couple days now? And I know that a lot of content on The Sims right now is the Love Struck pack, so I know that this is a little bit different than the things people are currently uploading. But I don't have access to pack yet, and I'm really excited for it, but I don't know what I'm going to build. I am very much a, like, more classic or suburban America type houses, because that's where I live. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of research and figure out how to, like, build in the new kind of world and style. And because I think it's so stunning and pretty and amazing, and I'm so excited about the new kind of world and design and everything. So I'm gonna have to do some research, and figure out how to just do justice to this beautiful world and idea. So I'm really excited about that. So I will have to start figuring out what I want to do there, making some Pinterest boards and stuff. I've been watching a lot of videos on the pack, and I'm really, really excited about it. I think it's just going to be so fun. I know that I have a friend who really likes that kind of gameplay. And so I told her about the pack, and she's very excited. So Tiff, if you're listening to this, I'm so excited to see you play with the pack. I can't wait. So that is going to be in a couple days, and I'm really excited. Yeah, but this is pretty much it for the first apartment. I have spent the longest on this one. The other ones do not take anywhere near this long. This one is definitely the most detailed and cluttered. The rest are still detailed and cluttered, but they're a little smaller, and they're not quite as heavy. But so now we're moving on to the kind of like prepper, more like Strangerville-esque apartment. So this guy, I don't know if it's a guy, this person, this sim, has some like prepper stuff, and then they have the listening table from Strangerville, which is what I'm grabbing here because I knew I wanted it in here. And they have a bat. I feel like maybe they are very worried that people are going to figure out that they're listening or something. Maybe they believe in aliens and they think the aliens are going to come, or something like Strangerville-esque, you know? So that was kind of the vibe for this one. Just like a crammed, cluttered, messy apartment for someone with that listening device from Strangerville. And that was pretty much the whole vibe in here. Was just very little space and very rundown kind of. Well, the whole build is rundown. That's like the whole name of it. But I mean, like, just they're very, very worried about things. So they have all of their protective clothing. They have some food and stuff stocked up on the shelves back over here. And then they have their little bed with like their box at the foot of the bed that maybe they keep their clothes in. They have books everywhere because they just research everything. And they don't fully believe in computers. They believe that the computers are maybe listening to them, so they have the listening device, but that's it, which is kind of funny that they would think that someone is listening to them when they're listening to everyone. And I feel like they know everything about everyone because they're just constantly sitting at that little listening table listening to things. How many times have I said listening in this last like minute of the voiceover? But now we're just grabbing some rugs and trash on the floor, just like lots of papers and newspapers and just stuff all over the floors. And then we kind of loosely decorate the bathroom a little bit. And that's about it for this apartment. I don't know which one we move on to next. They do have this shelf kind of crammed in here, but they can still get to everything. I just thought that it made sense for the way that they just have furniture everywhere and they're just like crammed into this tiny apartment. And now I think we're going to move on to the exterior for a minute, or are we going to do another apartment? Nope, we're going to do this little apartment. This one is very werewolf-esque. It's got the like rundown bed and like the broken mirror on the wall and these trunks and this the couch is actually from Spooky Day. It's the one that usually looks like a ghost, but I have it in this swatch where it's just like covered with a blanket. I thought that that kind of fit the vibe really well. We have this flea market, I almost said thrift store, flea market lamp over here, and then this table with a couple of random chairs. And this one I think is the least decorated of all of them. It just has a couple of items. It's not like super detailed or super heavily decorated or like packed with personality. It just kind of is. That kitchen is functional. They can cook on the corner counter. There's no clutter or anything on it. And now we're just decorating the bathroom. I guess I did show the basics of all the bathrooms, but they're pretty much all identical. So there's not really much of a difference. They have the same fixtures and everything, but a little bit of decor in each one. But this is going to be the little wardrobe for this space. And then we just get some posters on the wall with like these cracks around them and kind of finagle them around to make sense. And then these curtains from Werewolves, curtains, I say loosely. And then we're just figuring out what mirrors we want to add to each room and then adding a piece of decor into this bathroom so that it looks lived in. And then we grab a little rug in here also. And then I think that might be it for that apartment. I don't think we really add much else to this one. I think we had a trash can and then that's really it for that one. This one, I don't know anything about. They might be a werewolf. I'm not sure. Someone in this building is a werewolf. Maybe that's like the gameplay. Maybe you place a household here with a bunch of Sims and then one of them is a secret werewolf and you don't know which one it is. And then you just one day we'll just see them running around as a werewolf and you're like, oh, okay, they're the werewolf. I don't know. You can play this in so many different ways, but this is gonna be the living room. We use a bar chair over here as like a seat. You can't actually really use it as a seat, but it's cute there. And then we just grab this bookshelf from Discover University and throw a bunch of mugs on it from the Everyday Clutter Kit, or what are the mugs from? That's what it's from, right? I don't really remember. The packs with all the clutter in it just confuse me. I don't really remember. But here is the little bedroom. We get this bed from City Living, and then the poster is from Werewolves. No, Vampires. The painting is from Vampires. I'm fine. I really love the use of these bookshelves in here from Werewolves. I think that they are so cool for this build. And then we grab this Werewolves mirror, and then a few dressers and little hanging clothing racks on the wall from, I don't remember which ones those are from. High school years, maybe? I don't remember. I think high school years. And then we just throw a clock in there, and then we just grab a mirror and some more clutter all in this room, all over these dressers and the shelves up top. This pack has pretty much every pack, except for like the newer packs, like the newer kits and stuff packets, stuff like that. There's nothing from those because, again, I did build this in December. And I just really loved it, and I really wanted to post it, so I am a little anxious about it, but hopefully it's okay. It'll be okay. You love the build, just post it because you love it. That's all that matters. I just don't know why I didn't ever post it. I just got anxious, I guess. But then we're just going to grab a couple other things for this wall over here, and then some pans in the other room. The bed is from City Living, and the rug is from For Rent. And then that mirror, the standing mirror, is from Outdoor Retreat, and the mirror on the wall is from Werewolves. And then everything else is pretty much base game, like the nightstands and the dressers and stuff. But here I am adding these little fans on all the walls, and we add a few air conditioners. I do forget one in the big apartment downstairs. I forgot to add one there, but we do. So you could see there I was going to add one, and then I was like, okay, I'm just going to put them in the other rooms first. And then I forgot. to put one in that first room. Oh no. No, I didn't. They have one right there. What room did I forget one in? I don't know. I know that Well, your guess is as good as mine. I know I forgot one in one apartment, but I don't remember which apartment it was. But anyway, this is the last of the apartments. This is the one where I figured that like some teens hang out here because it's empty and they kind of like squat and just do stuff and vibe here, play some games, just hang out. They end up with a little blow up bed up here. I figured maybe one of the employees just comes up here and sleeps. There's a few planter boxes. Maybe they grow some plants there. And there's just a couple other pieces of decor and like boxes over here to look like there's storage and whatnot. And then that's pretty much it for the interior. And now we're going to do the rest of the exterior, which is decorating the porches with some tables and chairs and stuff. And just some more stuff. Just stuff everywhere. There's so much stuff. And then we add a bunch more stuff on the outside off the porches, like in the back of the build and the front of the build. There's like trash and broken everything and cars and tents and a fire pit kind of deal. Not really a fire pit. It's one of those like spit roasting ones or whatever. I don't really know what to call it. And then we get a grill over here, and then just these boxes from Journey to Batu over here on the corner underneath this, like the staircase to go up. And then here you can see I kind of accidentally jumped forward a bit. I forgot to record a little bit, but it was pretty much just me getting some cars and stuff out of debug, so you didn't really miss anything. Over here we get a little like chill spot with a couple chairs and a grill, and then just some just trash. There's just stuff. There's just stuff everywhere on this lot. Everywhere. There's just stuff everywhere. But we are coming to the end of the build now. If you like it, you can find it on the gallery. I'll tell you one more time. I know I already did, but you can find it on the gallery under AudynRo, AudynRo, and all that information will be down below, as well as the information, again, for Submerged for Palestine. You can find that down below as well. And yeah, you can find this and on the gallery and then place it on one Prowlers patch in Moonwood Mill. I don't know the size of the lot. But yeah, I really hope that you like it. I am really excited to finally post this. I don't know why I was so anxious about it. I really love the build, and I think it came out really, really cool. And I hope that you like it. I know that I do. I love you guys so, so much. I'm so very proud of you. You are doing amazing. I know that everything is a lot right now. Everything is just a lot. But know that you are doing amazing. We're all going to be okay. And we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be okay. We're just adding a few final things outside, like this tent over here, another one in the back, a sleeping bag and a chair, and a guitar, and that's it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for being here. Bye, guys.